How did we get here?
I recently directed the Secretary of War to begin releasing government files relating to UFOs. So I'm pleased to report today that this process is well underway, and we found many very interesting documents, I must say. And the first releases will begin very, very soon.
Let's start back on Valentine's Day when President Obama said,
"Are aliens real?"
They're real, but I haven't seen them. And
5 days later, on February 19th, President Trump responded by stating that Obama,
I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake.
Then he teased that he may declassify that information to get Obama out of trouble. Later that same night, Trump posted on Truth Social that he is in fact directing Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, to identify and release government files related to aliens and UFOs. To which Hegseth quickly responded by posting an alien and salute emoji. 3 days later, the Secretary was questioned about if he's prepared to disclose extraterrestrial life to the world, to which he replied,
Of course. I mean, we've got our people working on it right now.
However, he possibly misspoke about this effort by associating it with an executive order instead of a presidential directive. Then, 4 days later, on February 27th, General Neil McCaslin, who served as the commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patt, vanished into thin air. His disappearance is easy to dismiss as unrelated to the UFO topic and purely coincidental. But it became harder to deny a possible connection when Representative Burchett identified McCaslin as a UFO gatekeeper during an interview a few weeks later on March 30th.
He's the guy that was had a lot of nuclear secrets and was allegedly the gatekeeper, and I've been told by several sources that he was the gatekeeper for the UFO stuff.
Another possible coincidence is that the very same night that McCaslin went missing, the Department of War Rapid Response Twitter account posted a video about sharing UAP-related information on the National Archives site through Arrow to
begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, UAPs, and UFOs.
Having Arrow participate in this UFO transparency effort was not warmly received due to the lack of trust their organization has earned from both the UFO community and Congress, as indicated by Representative Luna's comments on March 22nd when she said that she will recommend that Arrow be disbanded and defunded. A few days earlier, on March 17th, reports came out that the government had quietly registered the websites alien.gov and aliens.gov. Whether these websites are related to UAP transparency remains to be seen, but as of April 18th, they have reportedly been moved from a park state to having a live server supporting the domains. On March 27th, J.D. Vance shook things up when he told Benny Johnson,
Aliens.gov. I don't think they're aliens. I think they're demons anyway, but that's a longer discussion.
Then, 4 days later, on the 31st of March, Representative Luna sent a letter to the Secretary of War requesting the release of 46 UAP-related videos with a deadline of March 16th. Of note, the full 4-minute version of the gimbal video was not requested, but it's not too late, and if you see this, Rep. Luna, please add it. That catches us up to the comments Trump made at the Turning Point event about the UAP documents being released very soon. To which Representative Luna followed up on the 18th by clarifying that all files are being released, including documents and the 46 videos she requested. And then she recommended that we all should read the Book of Enoch, which is an apocryphal text that is basically a prequel to Genesis 6, where the Nephilim are discussed, which are essentially a product of interbreeding between a non-human intelligence and humans. Which sounds eerily similar to the comments former Representative Matt Gaetz made on March 31st, where he stated,
I had someone come and brief me who was in a military uniform, worked for the United States Army, that was briefing me on the locations of hybrid breeding programs where captured aliens were breeding with humans to create some hybrid race that could engage in intergalactic communication.
Pretty wild stuff. Now we wait and see what the next few days or weeks bring us. But I recommend placing your seatbacks and trays in their upright locked positions and make sure your seatbelts are firmly secured because it might get a little bumpy. Thanks for watching.